Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here playing some more Warhammer Combat Cards, PvP. In this campaign we have 275 deck points available and 8 bodyguards. And everything is not at max level, but trait rank 3, I believe. I'm running Skulltaker. We've got some big heavy hitters like the Bloodthirster, Karn, Lucius the Eternal is pretty good. But the one legendary, Lord Invocatus, he's not really that great at this level. Notice that about a lot of legendary cards in particular, they aren't quite as good at this level as normal, so you may have to modify your build a little bit. We are up against Captain Acheran in this match. So, Skulltaker. His special rule is actually a very great counter, one of the best counters, I think, to Acheran, provided they aren't running too many bodyguards with shields anyway, because melee does struggle against that. We're taking the first turn, and they are deploying a lot of ranged units by the looks of it. So they've got this guy with anti-infantry, pretty new card there. They've got the Corvus Blackstar. The cards are, I think, in Russian, so I can't really read them, but we've got a Deathwing Knight over in the right lane with Taunt. So that actually, Taunt does block quite a bit of damage at this level, as you can see. It takes all 3 of my bodyguards' melee attacks to get through that Knight, which was saved by the Iron Halo. In order to counter the Iron Halo as Skulltaker, you have to try to deal more damage than the remaining HP. And then you'll be able to kill them in one turn, because the the decapitation will, if it takes place after the Iron Halo takes effect, then you'll kill them off. As you'll see right here, deploy the Bloodthirster, so that's 120 damage, more than enough to kill that guy. So boom, he's gone. Karn takes out the other guy. So that's the 2 infantry down, and another 70 damage to the Black Star. Now it's the Space Marines' turn. They deploy pretty big game hunter right there, which is going to deal a lot of damage to that Bloodthirster, and a lot of very powerful aircraft, actually 2 barrage units here, dealing a lot of damage, 157 to the Bloodthirster. Karn goes down, Lucius also goes down, but comes back with 163 health. Just very tanky, that's why you do want to deploy him early. Here comes Lord Invocatus with Outflank and a very small Furious Charge. As you can see, he really doesn't hit very hard at this level, despite being a legendary. But Outflank can be quite useful, I think. It's definitely good to run at least one Outflank in nearly any deck, I think. Unfortunately, pretty poor positioning there for me. Because, yeah, Lord Invocatus is over 40 points, so he's taking extra damage from the big game hunter. But the Bloodthirster's Death Blow does manage to take out the Landspeeder in the center. The Black Star does get saved by the Iron Halo. And here I debated a little bit as to what to deploy, but we go with the Seeker of Slaanesh with Melee Scout, which means it's going to be a little bit of an overkill. It is our turn, but then they drop a Terminator. It's another new card over there with Precision Shot. Manages to take down Lord Invocatus, so that's one less unit I'm attacking with this turn. But we do take down their 2 big aircraft. They've only got 2 guys remaining, including the Warlord, so there's that Terminator there. Don't have it in my collection. Lots of new Space Marines, actually, that have pretty good stats. I've noticed that about a lot of the new cards in the game. They start off pretty strong. We deploy the little Deathblow bodyguard there. Lucius finally goes down. They're dealing some pretty good damage, but we still have Obsidious Malix there with a big Furious Charge, and deploy that over in the right lane. Furious Charge goes off. In this case, the decapitation takes effect first, so he does get saved by the Iron Halo, but he's down to 5 health and will be able to get finished off by the ranged counterattack from the Chaos Lord in the right lane. So there's the Death Blow there, taking out one of the shields on Acheran. Still lots of damage, and we're getting pretty thinned out here. We do have to deploy the Warlord. Furious Charge from Skulltaker gets blocked entirely by Acheron's last shield, so we are able to attack him directly now, but we don't have enough to finish off the Terminator, which can kill the Seeker with the counterattack, and Acheron does survive. They do have a melee attack charged up here, so I was afraid they might actually be able to win with melee, but they didn't have quite enough damage output. So lots of range damage. Ended up being a pretty close match, but Chaos did manage to pull off a victory thanks to Skulltaker. Did see his special rule activate quite a few times during that match. So it's always a pretty fun matchup, Skulltaker versus Acheran. But yeah, I hope you are enjoying this PvP event. Belisarius Cawl has been dominating pretty hard, I think. I do personally think he does need to be nerfed, but we'll see what happens in the coming season. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.